All right, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Stephen Williams. I'm the founder and president of the CreditRepairShop.com, Credit Repair Shop Incorporated. We've been in business since 2006. I started this company first helping business people get out of debt, fix their credit, get their debt under control so they can uh, start living the life that they had dreamed that they should be living. Some of them had overfinanced themselves during the real estate boom. So I started with clients of mine that I do work with my other company that I own to help them so they would obviously be able to keep paying me for the services that we provided with that company. And then in about 2008, I started helping uh, individuals and families, get their debt under control and also fix their credit. And we have a lot of clients. We have a lot of clients that are very satisfied, and they've referred friends and family to us all the time because we really do the work. Okay, let me uh, go through exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about why you need to repair your credit. We're going to talk, and then I want to make a quick word to our current clients that are listening in. I want to first thank you for signing up and trusting us, and also remind you to watch for your results. It usually takes 20 to 30 days. Each bureau has up to 30 days to respond by law. And then you can always log in to your online portal to see what disputes were mailed out on your behalf. And then also customer service, just a reminder, 866-803-5781. And if you're a client, you can call directly to a credit repair shop team member at 262-745-6879 during the hours of 8 to 5 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Email support is support@thecreditrepairshop.com. You should have that, but just in case, I want to make you aware of that. Also, we're going to show proof of what we've done for current clients, and we're going to also show you that we can remove bankruptcies, judgments, foreclosures, collections, etc. off of your credit report. Probably one of the most frequently asked questions is, can we really remove those even though you have a bankruptcy or you have judgments that you know are yours? How can these be removed from your credit reports? Well, I'm going to go over that in a few minutes to show you proof that it's been done and then to explain to you why it can be done. And we're going to show you how our program works, and then we're going to show you what makes us different than other credit repair companies, and then what you'll get when you sign up. A lot of people, they always say, well, I want to sign up, but I'm kind of afraid of what, or not afraid, they just, they don't want to sign up because they don't know what's going to happen after they sign up. So I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen after you sign up so you won't have any fears about if you sign up with our company on what is going to be required of you next and what we're going to start doing for you next. All right, now let's go to the next screen here. You want to fix your credit to have the highest score possible because it's going to allow you to save money by having lower interest rates, smaller car payments, smaller mortgage payments, smaller credit card payments, smaller personal and business loan payments. Anything that you pay payments on would be smaller. It's because the higher your credit score is, the lower your payments are going to be. Some people say, well, isn't that crazy? The people that can afford to pay more, they pay less, and the people that can't afford to pay more, they end up paying more because they suffer with their credit score. And that's just the rules of the game, and everybody has to play by those games. Now, Also, you're going to pay lower insurance rates on auto, home, life, and health insurance also. A lot of people don't know that. I'm going to show you some proof that this is true towards the end of this presentation. You can live in a better neighborhood if you're a renter, the better your credit score is. Because the companies, and we're using the company right now for, we have 2 rentals that we own there that are available, and the company, they give us a report each week, and they say that there's been numerous amounts of people that are interested in the property, and they're both in very good neighborhoods, but they don't qualify because of their credit. A lot of people don't know also that you can get a better job or promotion depending on your credit. A lot of companies are looking at your credit report because they want to know who is the individual that we're hiring to work for our company. You know, who is this person? And a lot of times people have gotten very good at, you know, hiding who they are. So what companies are doing now is they are looking at the credit report to see how the person is living their life, how they're spending their money, what type of debt they have, do they have judgment against them, collection, you know, all types of things. And this is a way, you know, with this new social type economy that we live in, this is one of the avenues that companies are taking to see if they want to even give you a job or if they want to promote you. If there's 2 people in the office and they're trying to make up their mind, the tiebreaker could be the credit report. Now, also, if you want to have access to capital, starting a business or investments, you know, your credit report is very important for that too. You know, they're going to, if you go to the bank, they're going to say, well, what is your credit report like? Let me erase that up. I like that pen, so I was, you know, using it. Maybe got carried away a little. And then self-esteem, you can get that you can get approved for anything that you want or need. That's very important. I mean, you know, when you have good credit and you know you have good credit, you walk better, you talk better. You know that if something came up or you wanted to trade in your car or you wanted to get a new car, you want to get a car for your wife or one of your children, that you know that you're going to get approved. And that makes a person carry themselves better. Let me give you a quick example of something that happened to me with my daughter, Whitney, for her housing for school. She only needed to go there for 10 months. She's a circus performer, and she was going to get more training, and instead of driving back and forth for all of her classes, we live about 45 minutes away, she wanted to stay there because also some of the classes were during times that we couldn't drive, and she doesn't really like driving far distances. And so we just said, okay, why don't you stay there? We went, looked at the available housing, and it's in a very good area, but it's very expensive. And some of the places that we looked at were not too nice, and they were expensive. And we found some condos that she could live at for the 10 months. And this is a student area down by Northwestern in Chicago, Illinois area. And so we found a condo, and the lease was about $1,500 a month, you know, plus security deposit. And they said, well, we need to check her credit. She's never did anything with her credit. She has a bank account, but she's never done anything with her credit. So we had to use our credit. And then we told them, well, you know, why don't we just pay it all up front, a little over $15,000, $16,000. We'll pay it all up front. You know, you don't have to worry about your money. They didn't care about that. They said, hey, it doesn't matter if you pay it all up front or not. We're going to do, number one, a background check on you, and then we're going to do a credit check on you. And so if I didn't have good credit, they would have denied her that housing. And some of the other places, yes, they were okay, but we want the best for our daughter, and this place was perfect, and we were able to get it because there was nothing wrong with our credit. Now let's go to the next page here. What makes us different than other credit repair companies? Well, we use an 8-point validation system to challenge all negative items on your credit, and other companies don't. They don't use this. And a lot of people ask, what is the 8-point validation system? Well, I can't tell you what the 8-point validation system is, because other companies will use this system that took me thousands of dollars to figure out. I figured this out by doing it over and over and over again, first for myself, and then I'll get into the story about how low my credit was and how I had to build it up, and then by using those same 8-point validation system with my business clients when I actually started the business. And trust me, it took thousands of documents to figure out exactly what would make the 3 major credit reporting agencies do what they're supposed to do. And then other companies also, and these are some of the largest credit repair companies that are out there. I was surprised when I found this out, that they actually outsource to companies to prepare disputes. We do everything in-house. Your credit repair team member will care about what you're going through. When a company sends documents out and then you call and wonder, well, what's going on with this specific account? And they say, well, we don't know. We just sent it out, everything out to everybody. You don't get that with us. Your credit repair team member will care about your account, number one, and they're going to care about what you're going through, and they're going to be able to look up in the system and say, okay, for that specific item, we know what you're going through, and this is what we've done to target that specific item to try to get you the best resolution. And it's kind of hard to explain, but just imagine when you call right now to these companies that are outsourcing their customer service to companies that are overseas or wherever they're at. How do you feel when you talk to them? Do you feel that they don't understand, number one, what you're going through? They don't understand, they can't comprehend how you're trying to express what you're going through with them. And that's something that we feel is very important. I hope you feel that that's important. And then we will continue working, we will keep working, and we will do any and everything legally possible to get you the best resolution. When we say that, that means that a lot of times, and you've probably experienced this if you try to fix your own credit, the credit reporting agencies will just send stuff back and say that, oh, we looked in our database and the item should be there. And they didn't do any investigation. And so then you do it maybe one more time. They say, we're not going to do it. We're not going to investigate, and this is frivolous, and don't send us anything back. It's going to stay the same. Well, they can do that if you don't know the law. You have to know the law when you're challenging. You can't just send a dispute saying, this isn't mine. And the item might be yours, but there's ways that you can have that item come off your credit report solely because of the way that it was either placed in there, something's wrong with it, take any technicality. And what my 8-point validation system does is it looks for the technicality. And you have the right to have your report be 100% accurate, not 99.9%, not 98%, 100%. Regardless if you owe the debt or not, it has to be accurate about the way that they put it on your report. But the only way that the 3 major credit reporting agencies are going to actually investigate an item that they even believe should be on there and that should be on there is if you know the law to make them investigate it. Now, we're going to dispute with the 3 major reporting agencies. We're going to dispute directly with creditors and debt collectors to make sure they listed any item on there exactly the way that it must be by law. We're going to dispute with any federal, state, or city courts that may have placed bankruptcies or any information on your report or judgments. We will dispute with landlords, or if you had a dispute with an insurance agency, whatever. We're going to do those disputes for you. Also, we will arrange settlements at a discount for anything that is validated. We will stop debt collectors from calling your home, job, your friends, your neighbors, trying to embarrass you into paying them. You don't have to pay any debt collector unless they prove specific information about what they're trying to collect from. And I'm going to show you later in this proof of people that actually owe debt collectors that the debt was actually forgiven because we asked the question that debt collectors and creditors don't want you to know about. We show you how to stop garnishments. If you have a garnishment and you're having a hard time paying it, we can show you some strategies on stopping the garnishments that will put the debt collectors or the creditors in a more favorable position to settle at a discount with whatever you owe them. We will write court summons responses for you. We're not attorneys or lawyers. We can refer you to one, but one of the problems that I've seen with people is that when they get these court summons from debt collectors or creditors, they think that when they just show up that that's a response. That's technically not a response, and that's what we're going to show you, is that these technicalities work both ways. Also, we will write your debt collector notice response letters. These are those what's called a dunning letter, where a lot of people get these letters in the mail and they think that well, you may know you owe the debt, but if you read it, it's structured in two forms. It's structured like a bill, but if you read the body of the letter, it's asking you if you would like to dispute this debt that they're trying to collect. If you don't dispute it within 30 days, you're automatically saying yes, and it allows the debt collector or creditor to move forward with collection actions against you. We will write those letters when you get them, and a lot of debt from debt collectors, a lot of the debt that you might think you owe that were purchased by debt collectors will disappear just by responding to these letters in the proper fashion. Let's move on to the next one here. Here's a little funny page for you. Not debt collectors, the three major reporting agencies will have you going back and forth. They don't make money from you per se by you with your credit report having it accurate. They make money by allowing creditors and debt collectors to place items on your report. They make money from from companies that want to look at your credit to see if you're credit worthy. That's how they make money. They make money by selling your name and information to companies that are looking to offer you credit. And these are called soft inquiries, where they don't hurt your credit score, but they're selling your name to companies all over the place. So they are making millions of dollars by selling your name to thousands of companies. Just think about it. Your name with millions of other people's names, if they only sold them for $1 each to, let's say, to 1,000 companies, so they're going to make $1 million per company by selling your name and your information. Now, the credit, they make it harder to fix your credit because they're the people that will look at your credit, which are their companies that pay them to look at your credit, make more money the lower your credit score is. So even if items are not supposed to be on there, they make more money by holding your credit score down, because the creditors that are looking to offer you credit make more money by the credit reporting agency holding your credit scores down. You can go and look for yourself on the Federal Trade Commission website. It says that over 40 million people had inaccurate information on their credit report that the credit reporting agencies didn't even care to go and fix, even though it was mistakes that they made or that creditors made when they searched and looked through your credit files. So the credit reporting agencies will have you arguing with your spouse over who's at fault for having bad credit. You know, did your bad credit jump on mine? Did my good credit help pull you up, but it made my credit go down? They'll have you fighting even though it's their fault. They'll make you worry about things that you didn't think you had to worry about. They will make you lose sleep. They'll have you frustrated, pulling your hair out because you're like, you know, I know this shouldn't be on there, or I know that this shouldn't be on there this way, but it's still on there. And when I keep sending you information that it shouldn't be, you just send it back saying that it should be. They'll make you think that you're a bad person because of your credit. Bad person, bad credit, bad person, bad credit seems to have a little ring together with that. And then again, they will wear you out and make you tired because you got to work, you got to take care of family, you want to have fun, you want to go out to dinner, you don't want to sit there going back and forth with them, and they know this. And so that's why a company like ours is very important, because we'll do the back and forth work for you. You get the results. You get the increased credit score. You get the good credit. You get all of the benefits. We do all the dirty work for you. And then also, you should know this, because this is the thing that I think that people really need to know, because they will have you thinking otherwise. Little my circle thing here that I'm having fun with on there is that with the credit bureaus and creditors, it's not business. It's business. I'm sorry. It's business. It's not personal. They might make you think that it's personal, but I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I know that you, me, whoever else is listening, everyone on this planet, even the people that work for the credit reporting agencies, is just a number to them. And that's why, if you want to get something done on your credit and you understand this, that it's not personal, that it's business, and that you're just a number, that things can be done. Things that you wouldn't even think could be done because you're just a number in a computer system. Actually, no one actually ever reads anything that's sent to the credit reporting agency. Computers read it, computers analyze it, and computers spit out the result. They cannot take millions of documents. They would have to have thousands of people reading them and making decisions. So that's why you're just a number. So understand that, and that will probably make you feel at ease, because that can let you know that things can be done to make your situation better. Now let's go into some results that we've gotten for people as we move forward, and I'll quickly go through this. You can see here there's a Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge. This has verified no change. I'm going to show you how we were able to get this item off of a report, and you can see that there's a civil judgment in bankruptcy, and that was deleted. You can see a state tax lien, and I'm going to show you later where you can see that we've actually got these items off of people's reports. Bankruptcy, Chapter 7, 13, before the statute of limitations time frame. And we're not saying that a person didn't file bankruptcy. There are strategies that could be used to get it off early, and you're not saying that you didn't file bankruptcy. We know that the person filed bankruptcy. We got some collections here. You can see that they were taken off. Let's go to the next page. We got Here, if you can see it, here's from the Milwaukee County courts in our area, and you can see that this item was deleted off the individual's credit report. And let's look here and deleted. Here's another item off of, so this shows you that court, that we will actually dispute with the courts too, but this shows you that it was off of their credit, taken off their credit report. And let's go down here. Oh, that's just a notice to the consumer. We got here some more collections. Verizon, MCI, that's a creditor. These are debt collectors here. You can see that they were deleted. With this Wisconsin Electric, you verified no change. Basically what this could have been is where we had challenged late fees. The person is still a client, so we would challenge late fees. Here you can see some more collections, some information that's been more items that were taken off. What we see here, this individual could have had multiple account numbers, and I don't know why the electric companies choose to do this, but it can make your credit score go down because it looks like you maybe have multiple homes and you only have one, but they establish you under multiple accounts, or the individual under multiple accounts. And we can see here these are more Target is a direct creditor. These were collection agencies. Okay, now, so those are just a few. I'm going to show you a video, a place that you can see a video later that you can see tons more. But let's look at this one here. This was a client of mine that came to me, and this was a debt collector that was recovering an HSBC credit card that was issued by Best Buy. This individual owed $1,041.28. They were coming after this young lady. They said, if we don't get it, we're going to garnish your wages. They made a lot of threats. Well, using our 8-point validation system directly with the debt collector, we didn't have to worry about going with the credit bureaus, because we needed to get the stress off of her for the particular debt that they were trying to come after her. And this is another thing that it sets us apart from other companies, is that they don't do this. They only strictly deal with the credit. So now here's the resolution that we got, and I'm sorry that this got kind of bent up. I had her fax this over to me when she had received it, but you can see this was the balance. You can see the company right there. This was the balance reference number, Best Buy. Here's the company. We ended up getting the debt. Let me back off here. They investigated the dispute, which was prepared by our company, and they ended up taking it off of her reports and withdrawing the debt. She didn't have to pay the money. It ended up being a zero balance because the company did not have their paperwork in order. Number one, when they put it on her report. Number two, when they came, sent the threatening letters to her saying that we're going to come after you for this money. And we responded to that letter for her, and they're saying after they concluded their investigation. Well, what their investigation was that they didn't have the proper documentation to come after our client to get the money from her. And so that's very important, and that's why they ended up taking it off of her report and also saying that she didn't have to pay the money. Here was another client of mine. He came to my office. Company said that he owed $3,000. This was a debt that he did owe, but it was from something years ago. Now, look at this letter, and I highlighted this section here. It said that their client was not willing to go lower than their offer to settle this matter for $3,000. Number one, the debt wasn't even $3,000 when it started. The debt, I believe, from my memory, I believe he owed $2,000, or it was a little more than $2,000, but it was not $3,000. So, but look here, it says that my client is not willing to go lower than their offer to settle this matter for $3,000. So now, let's go to the next page here, and you see Commercial Credit Corporation. We go here, and let's look at what, after going back with our company, and we told them, you know, what we're going to do, you know, what we want to do, and it says that, please be advised that my client is willing to accept your offer to settle this matter for $459.89. Had a payment in their office within 7 days of the date of issue of this letter. So we went from them not accepting to accepting. What made them change to accept this settlement over when they just sent the letter to him saying that they would not accept the settlement? He came to us, he tried to do the settlement on his own, came to us afterwards. We did our work, saved him from being garnished. You know, they could have garnished that money. They could have garnished that whole $3,000. But we got them to settle it for $459. I mean, you know, some people may not think that that's a big deal, but that is a big deal. And we got here, let me go back, because we got March 14th, 2012, and then you can see the next month. So in less than a month, we had the settlement. But see, we did go back and forth with this company, with this debt collector. We went back and forth with them, and that's, you know, if you're busy working, are you going to have time to go back and forth with them? Are you going to know how to talk to them? They're going to try to get you emotional. They're going to try to make you think that you're a deadbeat. Your job is to keep as much money in your pocket as possible. If you can keep all of it, keep all of it. If you can keep most of it, keep most of it. And that's what we do for you, is that we set anything that's validated. We're going to do the settlements for you, and we're going to make those settlements for the least amount of money. And another thing, this is no additional charge to do this with our services. When you sign up with the credit repair services, you get this automatically. There's companies out there right now that charge $2,000 to $3,000 just to do this, and they don't even guarantee any settlements. Next, this was a collection for an individual that had medical bills, and you can see that it had the hospital, and we actually got these zeroed out, and you can see that there's a little apology, and they removed it off their credit file. And again, this person didn't have to pay any money for this. The documentation was filed improperly, and so we were able to get this just zeroed out. Not where it was even a settlement, it was zeroed out. And that's incredible. You know, a lot of people say, hey, that's, you know, do that for me if you can do that, because that saves them so much money that they thought that they were going to have to spend. They ended up not having to spend it. All right, let's speed up here and let's go here. We can see another one where we got that one settled. I mean, well, they didn't have to pay anything. They zeroed it out and canceled from the collection agency. And then now, before we move forward, let's go here. This, you know, a lot of people say, well, what's your credit score? You know, what is your score? Do you have good credit? And I had said earlier that I did have good credit. Well, you can go to creditkarma.com, set up a free account. This is set up by TransUnion, which is one of the major credit reporting agencies. you can go there and you can see, I did a print screen of my credit score, and you can see my credit score is 727. Vantage score, auto insurance score, and home insurance score. Remember when I was telling you that you could save money by having a high score? The companies are looking at that, and there's also an insurance score. So now let's go into what exactly you'll get when you work with our company. First, we are A rated by the Better Business, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. You can go there, see that there's no problems with our company. Now, when you sign up with us, first thing we want you to do, and I know my screens are kind of all mixed up, is you'll go to the site, thecreditrepairshop.com. You push that blue button in the middle, and it'll take you to this page. I'll show you right here in a second. It'll take you right here to this page, the big blue button in the middle right here. Push that. Read if you want. Go here, fill out this form. That's going to ask you everything. Once you fill that form out, it's going to take you over to this page where you can get started. You can see that with our special that we have, you don't have to pay anything for 45 days. Our services is $375. We split that into 3 payments of $125. But you're going to get results within 20 to 30 days. If you're not satisfied with those results, you can cancel and don't pay anything. Keep the deleted items that you already have up to that time period. There is a $9.95 web portal activation fee, and then it will use the same card for your billing exactly 45 days from that date. Once you pay, you're going to go to this page. We need your credit repair ID kit. We need an ID, and we need a copy of a utility bill or some bill that has your name and current address on it. We're going to need your credit reports. If you have them, you can mail them to us. You can email them to us. Don't fax them to us. And then if you don't have your reports, you can go to freeannualreports.com. We can do that with you over the phone also. And then it has our customer service information there. Also, if you've already gotten your free reports and you didn't save them, you can go to any of the bureaus and we can help you do that over the phone, or you can do it yourself, either TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, and get your free reports, and you can send those over to us. Once you get that and you sign up, that's where I got some of my pictures that I showed earlier. Once you sign up, I've used one of my clients, one of my employees' email to show you exactly what you would get after you sign up and we get you into our system. And once you fill out that form, one of our credit repair team members, credit repair shop team members, is going to call you and get your Social Security and your date of birth. And once we do that, we're going to enter you into our credit repair portal. And from that portal, once we enter your information, you're going to get an email, a welcome email, just like this one. We're going to want you to activate your into the portal, and it'll be you'll have your password. You'll get that from us. Or you can put one in there yourself when you activate it. You can activate your own, and then you see, as soon as you come in, it has our information, and then we're going to need you to print your name, and we want you to sign your signature, because these are documents that each state requires. So you're going to have one there. You're going to do it again here before you can even move forward. There. And we have one more. And once you do that and you sign in, you'll get access to the credit repair portal, and this is where you will go to see what work is being done. You'll know what exactly we're working on. You can send messages to us. Let me click here. Might have to move my screen a little. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to agree to one more thing right here, and then it'll let me move forward. Okay, you can see where it has the scoring, and we want you to go to Credit Karma and put your score in here. There's notes, there's messages. If you want to send us a quick message like, hey, Steve, how's it going? Or you can say, what's the status of my report? And you just hit send, and then one of our team members will get back in touch with you. Or you could say, I got a letter from a debt collector that's threatening. I didn't spell that right, but that's threatening. And then you can let us know, and then you can upload that letter here to us, and we'll respond to it for you. The other thing is you can go here, look at the dashboard, and I put some sample items of what we're disputing for this sample customer right here, and you can see that there's a score. Let me get right here. Okay, you can see there's little I've just made some accounts here that these are not real, and you can see that for each of these, when you have accounts, you'll know what the public records, and you'll know what we're doing in dispute. And this little clock here is going to tell you how many days you should have heard from. You should get it information in the mail from these 3 bureaus here. You're going to get it sent directly to you, so you'll know the results. Once you get those results, you can upload them here to us, or you can mail them to us, because then that's where all of the work really starts going. You're going to either get 3 responses. They're going to either say it's deleted, and you're going to be jumping up and down happy, because then you know that was mission accomplished. They're going to either say that they want more information, and that's where we come in to get them that information that they're requesting, or they may say that it's going to stay the same and we're not going to do anything about it. And that's again where we come in. That's where you're going to start to see the value of what we do for you, because that back and forth work is going to be done for you by us. You sit back, you get the great results, you get the increased credit, you get the deletions off of your report, you have the increased credit score, all of the benefits go to you. Let us do all the hard work. And then you can see that there's some promotional educational material that we put in here, and just a lot of different things. If there's something new that's came about with credit laws, or things that you need to know about, we're going to make you aware of that. And then you can see in the history, dispute history, you can see, and I set this up today where it'll, once we know what happened, if it was deleted, we're going to update that information here for you. So now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them now. Again, if you came in late, we're gonna post this this recording so you can go back and see some of the stuff that we talked about earlier. And but I'm going to talk about some of the questions that we've got here from online. Here's one. It says that this customer from Jonesboro, Indiana, is saying that their score is probably 500. They had a repo and other negative items that drug the score down. Number one, we need to know what's on your report. It's hard to say, you know, when someone says this, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find out what's on your report so we can start doing the work. We're not going to be guessing on what's on your report. And yes, we can get a repo off of your report. We can get the other negative items off your report, but the way that we do that is we got to know exactly what's on there. We got another question here from this person is from Arizona, and they said that they had doctor bills. Their score is of 425, and they had some issues with a cable company that ran a credit. Okay, a cable company ran a credit check on them and said, "Hey, you can't get this because your credit score is 425." And they know that they got some doctor bills on there. Again, we got to know what's on your report, and once we know what's on your report, then we're able to do something about it. And we have an attendee that, okay, I was seeing someone raise their hand. So once we know what's on your report, then that's when we can do something about it. Let's go to another one, another question here. From my area, Milwaukee, they said that their credit is just bad. Again, all these questions are similar in the same, you know they got bad credit, but the common theme that's happening is that you don't know what's on your report, and a lot of people are afraid to know what's on their report. So step number one, when you sign up with our company, is we're going to get you into the system, get your login and password. We're going to start working on getting your report, because it looks like a lot of people here that are asking questions, they don't have a report. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get that report, and you're going to know what's on there, and then we can start moving forward on getting the information off of your report. Let's go to another question. And this person is from Texas. They're guessing again that their credit score is a 451, and she said, "I'm 47 years old, would like to buy a house. She has judgments and evictions that she shouldn't have, and all kinds of stuff on the report." Well, again, we need to know what's on there so we can start moving forward and putting together a strategy on what we can do. Yes, we do dispute the evictions. We dispute them directly with the courts. We dispute them directly with the landlord. And even though you maybe had an eviction, there's certain things that we can do. Number one, with the technicalities to get them removed, but also approaching the landlord to allow you to move forward. And when it's business to business, sometimes, you know, the emotions are out and they're willing to allow an individual to move forward. And what we try to do is we try to convince them to help you be able to move forward and you know, and live your life. And that's what our job is. And, you know, we're very successful in doing that with people. Let's look at another question we got. This person is from Indiana, and they said that their credit score is in the mid 500. They had a repo and some other negative information on their report that drug their score down. And again, we're going to get this person's report, and we're going to look through the whole thing, and we're going to put together a strategy and, you know, just start working on it. And that's really, you know, that's what we do, is that, you know, there's no trick to it. There's no gimmicks. You know, we need you to sign up. When you sign up, get you into the system by, you know, when you get information from the form, we get your Social Security, date of birth, get you into the system, get your credit reports, get your ID, get your piece of mail that's a bill, and, you know, and then we're going to start the work for you. But a lot of people are afraid because they don't know if it can work or what's the process. That's basically what the process is. And using our 8-point validation system, we're going to challenge any and all negative items on your credit report. Now, we're coming up towards the end of this webinar, but I want you to go to our website and you can look at this video that we placed here that says need proof. Watch this video because you're going to see it's 45 minutes long. And if you watch that entire thing and you're not convinced, then there's nothing that we can do to convince you to be a customer. Because we show you bankruptcies being taken off, repos, foreclosures, judgments, evictions, all types of items we show you being taken off of people's credit reports. So watch that video and then fill out the form, get into the system, pay your $9.95, pay that so you can get started, take advantage of our special. This special isn't going to last long, so take advantage of that special so we can help you get started on repairing your credit.